Well, hello there, and welcome back to DBP Pest Control.
Well, good evening everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've just pulled up at one of my permissions on Foxwatch tonight. So I'm just getting my Hornet ready. Now it's been a pretty wet February, a pretty wet January and February to be fair, and unfortunately it's kept me indoors a lot more than I would have liked, but we seem to have got a bit of a break in the weather this evening. So a couple of the girls who work here at this farm have said they've seen a few foxes about during the day, so there's a very good chance that there'll be a few around this evening. Now they're just at the tail end of their lambing season here, and that will certainly attract the foxes. So these are the 2-2 Hornets you might remember, we talked about before I think. These are 5-round magazines that fit this particular rifle. There we go. Right then, so that's the mag loaded. I won't pop it in the rifle just yet until we get set up properly. So just give me a minute and I'll be back with you, alright? So before I go and get set up this evening, I just thought you'd like to see this. Now, to those of you of the golfing persuasion, you'll recognise this straight away. Now, because I do all my own videoing, not only do I have to carry the video camera tripod, my trigger sticks and my clamp tripod as well, but one or two other little bits and pieces, and I got fed up traipsing across fields carrying all this stuff, having to dump it all to open a gate and then push it all through the gate and all. You get the idea, and I'm sure you've maybe come across the same issue. So what I did, I got a golf trolley base, and I put one of my microphone stand bags to good use. Now this is a bag made by Gravity, and they make great mic stands. They also produce these bags to put them in, and it's compartmentalized inside. I think you've got spaces in there for about 6 or 8 mic stands, and it's ideal for putting these little bits and pieces in, so you can just pull it along behind you. It makes getting through gates so much easier, believe me. So there it is. If you think it's daft, you're entitled to that opinion, but I tell you what, it makes life a hell of a lot easier for me. Right, let's go and get set up, shall we? Right, so that's us set up. I've put the mag on, haven't chambered around yet. I like to keep nice and safe for as long as I can, and that way we can't have any mishaps, can we? Now, this particular rifle has got a set trigger, which means once it's cocked and you push the trigger forwards, it becomes a hair trigger, which is very useful when you're shooting, because you don't get hardly any movement on the rifle whatsoever. So again, I won't set that until I've actually got something in my sights. Now, it's a fairly overcast night tonight. There's a few sheep and a couple of cows out in the fields there, so I've got to be a little bit careful. Right, let the fun commence. Now currently, if I just switch on the old video on the Nocpix, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rabbits all along that tree line out there. Now sometimes what can happen is you'll scan, and what seems like seconds later you look again and there's a bloody fox there. It's as if they teleport themselves there. And what sometimes happens is we've got the A30 running the other side of that hedge line there, which is about 60 metres away, and they come in from the adjacent farmland, cross the road, through the fence, and come in through that way. So you not only do you have to look that way, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head as well. You know, sometimes using this gear I have a little giggle to myself, thinking back to when I was with the Royal Yeomanry. We took part in exercise Lionheart in Germany, which at the time was the biggest military exercise since the end of the Second World War. And one of our tasks was to protect the battalion headquarters, which meant trolling around all hours of the day and night looking out for enemy coming in. Now at the time we had the Fox armoured car, which had built into the turret a massive great night sight, which gave a sort of greeny, grainy image. And one of our tasks was to climb into the turret of one of these foxes and just scan the wood line very slowly, hand cranked like that, for a few minutes as part of our security patrol. And the image that we were getting was pretty poor, to be fair. It was pretty poor. And when you compare it to the sort of stuff you can buy now, even on the civilian market, it just you know, blows that technology out the water. It wasn't infrared and it wasn't thermal. It was like a light cascading system that amplified available light. And of course, if there were no stars or moon out, especially in the Black Forest of Germany, you didn't get a very good image, funnily enough. But there it was. And if we had this sort of kit back then, I think we would have been a lot better off doing fulfilling our role. And sometimes what you'll find is if there's an older fox out there that's been called before, and somebody shot and missed or something of that sort, it will have been educated, as they say, and won't come to the call. So it's as well to have more than one with you, just so you can vary the call. That there, I'm pretty sure is a fox. Yep. So we'll try and get him in. So it's out around 90 metres at the moment, so we'll just give it a bit of time. If not, if it doesn't come of its own accord, I'll give it a squeak. Right, it's coming in within range now. Okay, here we go. Excellent. So that was a full-on head-on chest shot there. Excellent shot, just as you'd expect, just as you'd hope for. So now I've got to make the trip across all that mud and go and pick it up. So let's go see what we've got. Let's make this safe first. There we go. I like to collect my brass. So I'll take that mag out. Well, I've just traipsed across the field there, and it was, as I suspected, like a paddy field. And the fox is actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Let's see what we've got. That's a vixen. So yeah, well worth hanging around for. And one less that'll be worrying the livestock and the lambs here. So we'll get that bagged up and report it to the landowner, and I shall pop it in my usual place for them to dispose of tomorrow. Right, well, that turned out to be, as you saw there, a fairly sizable vixen. And it's getting on for 10:30 now, and I don't suppose there's going to be a lot of chance of another one coming in tonight. I have on occasion, very rarely, shot maybe 2 in one evening here, but that's quite unusual. So I think I'm going to call it a night now. So thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll be able to get out again. Now, I have seen 1 or 2 rats here, probably not enough to make a video feature out of, to be fair, but I might come back a little bit later in the week with one of my air rifles and just pop them, just to keep the numbers down. And that's pretty much what it is here. It's a bit of a maintenance job, you know. Just one last look round. Yeah, I think we're good. Right, well, as I say, thanks for joining me, and we'll do it again very soon. Okay, so this is Doug Boyce once again signing off for DBP Pest Control. See you again soon. Bye now.